Welcome to June, everybody. We are looking at the last 30 days in South Philly 19145 and 19148. I'm going to take you through some properties. I'm not going to show you any pictures, but we're just going to go through the prices and talk a little bit about them. We're going to start at the top of the market up here, tucked away in East Passyunk. We've got one. This is the highest sale for May, $850,000, and this is just above Snyder Avenue. We are looking at a new construction. It's about 2,600 square feet, 4 bedrooms, I think like 3-4 bathrooms, something like that. It's pretty interesting. Now, keep in mind when we're looking at all these, these are not representative of the price of the area. This is just representative of the last 30 days of sales. So tucked away in any of these, there may be an extremely high sale, an extremely low sale, maybe a shell, maybe a done-up new construction or double lot. So right now, for May, we're looking at $850. As we move over to Pensport over here, there's actually this pocket of new construction that just came along. So a whole bunch of them, they're selling in the $750 range. They look real nice. But what I want you to notice is just behind these, there's these 640s, 290, 415. So the ones in the 600s, the low 600s, those are actually existing building stock, that 100-year-old properties that are recent constructions, fully redone. My guess, hopefully at least to the renovated down to the studs. It's always good to see. Right next door from each other, about 100,000 K spread, and I think the new construction you get maybe 1,000 square feet more. May or may not get a garage, not positive on that. But pretty interesting that you can renovate and get a higher premium like that. Especially when just a block away you have properties selling at $300,000. I mean, can I take one of these $300,000 and make something work? It's a debate worth having. Let's take a look at the other side of Broad. So over here, 19145, you won't see as much new construction, at least up north, until you get into Point Breeze, which is a little more north than here. But Girard Estate, which is down here, Marconi Plaza, there's a couple new construction. Notably, I know there's some over at 18th and Oregon. Used to be a plumbing supply depot, but that got leveled, and they built some really nice townhouses. I think they were going in the 700s. Most of those sold, and they actually are building the second set of them. The first set was on the market for a while, and they didn't sell through, so they put the lot on the market, to a developer to buy, develop themselves. I don't know if that happened, but I do know that they have started construction, one party or another, on the second row of townhouses. Pretty interesting. Also, and this has nothing to do with May, down here, don't let the 350K in Packer Parks mislead you. There is a pocket of new construction down here that we're marketing in the million plus, and those were sitting for a little while. But then suddenly, a whole bunch of them have sold, 1.3 million plus. Also in Packer Park on Hartranft, there's notable new construction that was in the high 7, 8, 9s. And I think there are some 1.1, 2, 3s in there that are moving as well more recently. Also, Sienna Place, the Reserve, interesting stuff going on. Sorry, I really can get carried away talking about South Philly, but there are a couple new, most of these are sold through this new construction down here, but there are some 4 or 5 new ones in the 1 million plus as well. Okay, back to May. What the highest of the market is 850,000. The lowest in the market for May is 143,000, and this wasn't even a shell. This property, decent. I think it was just on the smaller side. 2-bedroom, under 1,000 square feet. It's usually limiting those two factors, square footage and only 2 bedrooms. That usually limits your upside potential as far as appreciation goes. but there are a healthy number of $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 properties in the, about 100 homes that have sold in these areas in the last 2 months. I think one very interesting thing, and I went through all of these, I looked through all the pictures, I can't show them to you here today, but I think one very interesting fact, besides just the price disparity between a couple blocks and new construction to an older, unrenovated house, is that the quality and condition of a property on the lower end is actually very high. And what I mean by that is there are a number of move-in ready, fully renovated or mostly renovated, at least aesthetically you can tell from the pictures, properties in the 400,000s absolutely, 300,000s absolutely, and even in the low to mid to high 200,000s. I'm seeing plenty of properties that you can move into, maybe make some aesthetic changes, but they look functionally livable. And what's amazing about that, not only because of the gap in price between the premium properties, which in itself is a whole rabbit hole that we can talk about, but just because these properties between the rivers, Delaware and Schuylkill, are 10 minutes from Center City. You are no matter what property you're in here, you're a couple minutes away from Broad, which is a direct shot straight up to Center City, straight down to the stadiums. You have access to I-95 and 76. You can get anywhere. You can get to Jersey in 10 minutes. You can get to Delaware, Chester County, Delaware the state. You can get up to Bucks County relatively easily. And the convenience factor is just through the roof. So having these properties that you can move into at a arguably fantastic price in today's day and age is just, something everyone should be screaming from the rooftops. And I stress as often as I can. So that's it. That's it for me. About 100 houses, 19145, 19148, spread about 140,000 to 850,000. If there's any properties on the market or anything you want to know about these in these areas, give me a holler and I will be happy to look into it and share some knowledge with you. My name's Josh. Give me a call.